the old oak tree at the crossroads.
Oh, no. Why? A lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the summer. The only bit of shade far and wide.
Well, that's just it. Some noble was resting under it, not for shade, but because it was pissing down.
All the more reason to leave it be, no?
Aye, but the weather had been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches snapped and fell off. Nothing happened to the noble, but it broke his horse's back.
And that pissed him off and he wants his...
So what is this?
The less you know, for it is only in
Thievery, alchemy, literary quotes.
I am who I am.
All right then. Does the doc...
As a wise man, only time and who is...
I get it. How about some more...
You've come to the right man. As clumsy as a blind dog and about as inconspicuous as a cow at a banquet table.
Well, I was focused, mate.
I don't blame you. Me, I'm no... But still, ask away.
How should I plan...
Most people have the same... Pay attention to people's behavior. When you get to know your victim and where you're...
That's all.
You know...
What should I wear to...
Something it won't exact. Just don't go where... You have to be like...
I've been...
And tread.
A weapon is...
Seems like everyone does nowadays. But if you're not... All you need in your hand is... Well, it's best to keep your hands...
How should I...
Most guards and people you meet at night are either blind or... Stick to where the light doesn't shine. Dark clothing help out as well. And if you know how, brew yourself a Nighthawk. It tastes like piss, but it'll help.
That's all. That's all. What's your...
What business seems to me?
I'd really like to...
You know what?
But...
You know what? Let's make a deal. When you prove to me you're not all hot... Take care, and good night. Take care, and have a pleasant evening.
Типа, я должен помнить, да, вот то, что он мне один раз сказал, и то, что не показано на карте вообще никаким образом. Где этот долбанный свиток и где эта долбаная одежда его? Я помню, одежда в какой-то прачке, но тут прачек до хренища. И они никак не помечены. Вот что за бред? Вот где это? Вот я нажимаю, где, куда идти? Ай, блядь, что за бред-то? Что за бред, дятина? Короче, мне заново надо загружать игру. Украсть документ из ратуши в Тросковице. Вот почему здесь это, сука, написано, а больше это нигде не написано. Нигде. Вообще нигде. Вот где это написано. Украсть документ. Где это написано, сука? Вот он. Материя прима, блядь. Ёб твою мать. Побочные задания. Когда мне нахрен эти побочные задания? Мне нужны эти. Ладно. Получить сведения от Зинок, раздобыть воровскую одежду. Аж. Аж. Где это? Вот здесь.
Come on, then. Fuck. Now you're full, you shit. Bleeding, are ya? Christ, that was some butcher. Who's lying here? God, no! He's dead! There's that lunatic!
Чего?
I surrender! I surrender!
Run! Go!
God bless you, lad! Someone help me!
Everything all right, eh?
И чё? А чё он не едет? Ну, у меня по параметрам. Ну да, все правильно. А, я понял. Я не туда жал. Ой, простите.
Sit. Stay.
God bless you.
Угу. Это дебилизм. Что за идиотизм, блядь? Не залезть сюда. Да куда ты бегаешь-то, как дебил? Залезь. Хватит бегать, ходи спокойно. Ёп, твою мать. Я застрял, блядь. Да сука, перешагни ты, господи, ну что за идиотизм-то, блядь. Я не могу, блядь, вот косорукие разрабы, блядь, сделают нормально, чтобы когда-нибудь персонаж мог передвигаться, блядь. Наконец-то, блядь. Сколько время-то сейчас? Блин, скоро утро уже. Да ёб твою мать.
Hey! Pickpocket! There's a pickpocket at work!
You thief, you've no business here. Come on, then.
What's going on here?
You won't just get away with this. Hey up! Quit your dawdling and give up, you ne'er-do-well.
Как отсюда выйти, алло? А, во.
Give up, or I'll report you. This is your last chance.
Так, ладно. Раздобыть воровскую одежду. Пойдем.
Good boy.
А ты что тут делаешь, блин?
Stay.
Yes! These will make me almost invisible.
Stand still!
Well, enough! We'll do this the hard way then. I'll beat you to a bloody pulp! Your goose is cooked, scum. Now you'll pay for all your thievery. And you have a lot to atone for.
I can't pay. I don't have enough money.
In that case, the pillar...
If you don't stop this insolence...
Shut your trap. I won't be intimidated.
Piss off!
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Oh well, now just this.
Greetings. Do you need something?
There's something else I need to know.
Are you deaf? Yield!
Shit on his hands and don't give him any water. Fucking thief!
What are you waiting for? Surrender immediately!
And I thought such things only happened in Prague.
Now, don't
Let us
make me
stop
repeat
with him.
myself. Christ, what's the hose up?
I hope they'll be...
Fine! I'll make you surrender! Give it to him! Are you mad? Shove that up your ass! I've been waiting for you! Now you'll get another right away!
I'm wounded!
Jesus! I'm hit!
Who's lying here? It was you! Murderer!
Someone's lying here. You had to have done it. It's clear as day.
You're mine. I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! You can shove that up your ass! Show your stuff!
Ah! Ah!
What do you want?
Don't think I won't cut you to pieces.
You're no match for us. What the?
Show what you're made of!
Didn't see that. I'll smash your face. Don't dare bleed to death before I got you. Christ, I'm hit. If you keep resisting, I've all... Haven't you had enough? I'll kill you on the spot if you don't yield.
What do you want?
The pillory's too good for you.
Show your stuff.
Get your eyes out! I'll hack you up like you deserve. We're gonna gut you, you horse! Hey, get him!
Show
Don't
what you're
think I
made
won't
of.
cut you to pieces.
I'll smash your face.
The pillory's too good for you. I'll chop you up on the spot.
Yes. These will make me almost invisible.
risky, but the loot would be better, wouldn't it? What the fuck?
I've been waiting for you. Show your stuff.
Christ! My head!
You never saw that coming.
What do you want?
Go fuck yourself.
You're a wanted man. You've been loitering around where you shouldn't have. And I've received reports of things going missing. Don't think we're idiots. You've been accused of theft. You'll pay a fine. And if I don't find those things on you, you'll pay for them too.
I can't pay. I don't have enough money.
In that case, the pillory awaits.
Wait a moment. I'm sure we can come to an agreement, can't we? I didn't steal anything. That's mine.
No. No, it isn't. Don't try to make a fool out of me.
I can hardly believe it.
Плотник, отец плотника, что, общий штраф, чего, блядь? Я из этих долбоклюев... сука. И тут они нахер со своей хернёй этой. Ты нахер, сука. Трубадуры сраные, блин. Я сейчас приду, всех порешу, блин, там. Где ты? Так, подожди, может быть, пока я здесь... Сейчас время вообще. Ночь. Я могу попробовать сейчас украсть. Сейчас они все уснут, типа.
God sees you, you broke.
I just can't listen to it anymore.
Well, it's better than listening to news about bandits running around.
I'm sorry.
Ты нормальный вообще? 12 ночи, блин.
Good day to you. I'd like to...
I don't know anything about that.
Farewell, and good night.
What are you prowling about here?
Farewell.
You should come for a visit during the day.
Чего? Ты мне говоришь? В смысле?
What kind of idea is that to go strolling about after
В
sun?
смысле? Я хожу с факелом. Чё тебе не нравится здесь? Вон сидят здесь люди. Этот дурак, блин, на дудке своей играет здесь. Он на дудке играет, сука тупая.
God bless you.
Они все ходят, жрут там, сидят еще в корчме. А чё ты меня выгоняешь? Что за бред-то, блин?
Call that beast to heel.
Да ёб твою мать, еще этот пес, сука. Иди сюда.
Get out of here,
Come
Mike.
here.
No one wants to hear your barking.
Such a naughty dog.
Sit and stay.
Они что тут здесь все делают, блядь?
Huh? Stop fooling around.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you.
What are you doing? Greetings.
I hear that some apparition was seen around here. Is it true?
I don't know anything about that. Farewell and good night.
Что? Ой, блядь, у меня нет отмычки, сука. Отмычки нет у меня. У меня нету, сука, отмычек.
Throw wide open the gates of hell and emerge from the abyss to welcome me as your brother and friend. Grant me the indulgences of which I dream. Come and speak.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you.
You offered me a job.
So, in Troskovitz, and in that chest is a document I need. It's called The Offer of Hermes Trismegistos. It's written right on it. Can you read?
I can read.
The catch is, the chest is under...
And then you'll get me into semi...
Miller's honor.
Where exactly should I doubt they've only got one chest in the truck.
I can't help you there, but my hand Zinnik might know. He had the document on him, but then the bloody fool got caught. I'm pretty sure he's still on display. Just remember, lad, if you get caught like he, then it would be pretty hard to explain what a tramp like you...
No, I doubt the bailiff will let me roam. Any advice on getting in there without being spotted?
Oh, come on. Black clothes.
Is that supposed to be...
Just get some in...
And where can I get...
I had my outfit walks, my gift to you.
Pick them up?
Doesn't it? There's no sense of trying to... She's a contrary woman who's in...
I'd like to learn more about the art of thievery.
Thievery? But all right, he'll tell you, and if you'd like to try...
All right. I reckon I know everything I need.
Greetings to you.
Crazel said you'd teach me to...
Sure, follow me. So Crazel took you on just like that? Surprising. Crazel hardly trusts anyone. He's a smart man. So don't you even think about betraying him. That would end badly for you. Not to scare you, though. That's not what I'm here for.
Let's begin.
Not so fast. You're new here, so here's some advice before we get started.
I'm listening.
First of all, rich or poor, most folks carry their things in a pouch either in front or in the back. The front one holds keys, coin, and other small items.
And the rest is in the back?
Exactly. Now, this is important. Don't steal from the front pouch unless you're sure you know what you're doing.
Well, what if I need something from it? Like a key to a chest?
You can try taking it from behind. It'll be more difficult, but it's manageable if you're careful enough. Show me how nimble your fingers are then.
All right, let's do it.
Come over here. Well? Have you started yet?
Done.
Very nice. I didn't notice you at all, and that's exactly what you want. Now give back what you took.
Here you go. What now?
That's it. It's a simple art. But if you want, you can give it another try.
I'd rather try takedowns.
Why not, since we're here? Well then, it's easy. Sneak up behind me and choke me out. I won't fight back the first time, so you should have no trouble. Just remember, you mustn't let me see you.
All right, I'll give it a try.
See? And I didn't even defend myself. Try it again. Remember, if your victim is able to defend himself, you can still turn things around. But it will be a close call, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
You shit! Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
You shit! Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
Bastard! Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
Bastard!
Да ёб твою.
Not like that. Try. Again.
I can't right now.
You aren't making this easy.
Crazel told me.
Do you want to start from where we...
I'd rather start.
Why not? Since we're here, you know what to do. Just don't let me see...
All right, I'll give it a try.
Bastard! Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
You shit! Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
You shit! Not like that. Try again.
I can't right now.
Can I practice?
Why not? What are you waiting for? Come over here. Quit dawdling and get over here. So what then?
Can I?
Yeah, you know how it goes.
All right, let's do it. That's that.
You're good at this. Want to try again?
No more.
Stop by whenever you want to give it another try.
I want to try.
So, do you want to continue?
I'd rather.
Then follow me. I'm glad you're here. This is one boring day, and I'm in no mood for work. Not a word about it to Crazy. You know what to do. I won't fight. Just don't let me.
All right.
Shit! That hurt! You knocked me out nicely. I didn't notice you at all. Nice job.
Can I practice picking pockets again?
Why not? Come on now, stop stalling. Come to me. So what then? I don't have all day. Come to me.
Can I?
Yeah.
All right.
Wrong. You want to try again?
Not now.
All right.
I want to try.
So.
Let's continue.
All right, let's kill two birds with one stone. We've done this before, so you know what to expect. I'll fight back this time, so it won't be so easy to choke me out. If I defend myself, you can still knock me out, but you mustn't hesitate.
All right, let's do it.
Bastard! Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
Bastard! Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
Bastard! Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
Ouch! You took me down nicely, in such a way that I don't notice. That's how it should be.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Ger...
Hey there. Stop a while and have a drink. We could play dice.
God bless you.
What a nag. Phew.
Are you Zinnek?
Yeah, look, mate, I really need to piss. Can you let me out of here?
Crazel sent me. He's looking for some document the bailiff took from you.
And what's the password?
But she doesn't like it when I speak in meine Muttersprache. Even though it is such a schöne Sprache.
Mill wheel?
Just shaking your pizzle. You should have seen your face. They caught me at night when I was robbing a merchant, and then they make any distinction between what I stole and what I already had on me. They took everything, including that document, and locked it all away in the chest of stolen things in the rat house jail. You could get into the jail from the courtyard behind the rat house. It's right under the guardhouse. Or you could get there from behind the tavern alongside the fence. As soon as you find the stairs leading down, you'll know you're in the right place.
Well, who's got the key to it?
Well, actually, I had it, but when the guards shook me down, I must have dropped it. It was in the chamber, next to the one with the chest. They've got a pretty soft bed in there, I tell you. The key probably fell under it.
Is that the only key?
No, of course not. Every guard in Troskovitz has one. Best to rob one of them who's slacking off or having a nap. Look, mate, do you actually know how to pickpocket?
Well, I'm still learning, so I could use some advice.
You're in luck. You're speaking to a master. Of course, I am in the stocks just now, but that was just rotten luck. There ain't much I can teach you like this, is there? Better go and see Crazel. Farewell.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
Good day. What would you...
Do you know anything about the...
Mother of God! See you soon, my friend. What do you want, you See you later, my friend. He walks around in the yard at night with an axe.
God be with you. Keep...
I'd like to apologise for that brawl. Lord Capon was a bit hot-headed.
That Capon of yours is a puffed-up fool, more to the point. But that was some punch, I'll give him that. And you fought like a lion and all. We outnumbered you, but we still had our work cut out.
But you were better. If they hadn't dragged us apart, we wouldn't have stood a chance.
Aye, but you wouldn't avoid the stocks even so. People in the village don't like strangers, and my father is no different. In any case, as far as the two of us are concerned, it's all water under the bridge, right?
Right.
You can see I'm not some idiot, can't you? I just don't like haughty fuckers. And you aren't one, are you?
Well, I hope not.
I'm sure you aren't. You're a good lad. I can tell. And a good brawler as well. If you ever want a proper workout and some fisticuffs, Lawrence the Zhelyov innkeeper is your man. Farewell.
again. What the? Huh. I must be mad.
The author of Hermes Trismegistos. That's Crazel's document.
Who opened that? No one's allowed here.
I don't want to wait for him to bite someone.
Are you serious? That poor dog.
Aye.
Go! God!
Greetings to you.
Good evening. Do you need something?
I have that document from the rat house for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
I took a look at the document. I couldn't really make much of it. Who's this Hermes Trismegistos?
My fifth cousin. We write to each other sometimes.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
Did you find my family tree at the rat house, too? Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. Good. This will come in handy. Ah, yes. Of course.
What now?
That much? We're going to need more. A lot more.
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry. I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job? What do you say?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semin.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Not at all. I'll get you to the wedding as sure as the heavens are above me, and the fire of the Creator is within me. But you'll have to wait a while. Besides, things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, We're moving.
Enough. Supposing you first initiate me into the mystery, this isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish.
Devilish? Not at all. It's high learning. And when I say not some hocus-pocus brewing of potion.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe
I wouldn't be so sure. But I've taken you on as an apprentice. So I might as well tell you something. Now, I want to make a golem out of dough. Then, using secret out.
A golem, you say? Isn't that a kind of pie? What are you gonna...
Henry, a golem is a helper brought to life. You can be made of clay, wood, stone, base. Studying the Jewish Kabbals taught me a practice known as Maseh Bereshit. Just imagine you carrying sacks, pulling. He wouldn't be much smarter than Zinnik, but he...
My word. That sounds incredible.
So far, it's just all in my head. But if you're patient and help, it's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. Just look at the Bible. Moses could command. I've no doubt that if our great all the apostles...
So a golem, you say?
Exactly.
And what about the good of me?
You already know that you can learn the practical but for a few groschen...
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, and then I'll decide whether to trade...
See now, I completely forgot. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried. And if you want some more work...
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a
saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
This has something to do with the alchemy of yours, eh?
Nitra is saltpeter. White crystals similar to salt.
And what needs salting here in the mill? Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what, thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired, and his fists. But saltpeter is the most important.
So you're serious about this golem?
Certainly.
How much saltpeter will it take to bring to life?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a...
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But
well, you never know when an experience...
All right, then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look. That you can point me in the right direction. And also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for Niter, or...
So this Bonnie...
Bonnie is someone I trust without question. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, the main difference is it has kind of cooling.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. You don't want...
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, she'll tell you the rest herself. You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only...
How can I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself... Oh, and so I don't forget. You could pick... She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that... On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnik, she may want some spirits rather than...
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she'll... Right along. So you're back.
To the lair.
God be with you.
Pardon me.
Greetings, neighbor.
Все-таки решился.
Угу. Не понял, что это было? Алло. Это что за взрыв был? Прикол. Это этот какого? Партизан, что ли, растяжки свои здесь ставит?
Да. А ты чё думал?
Охренеть.
Сколько лет партизану?
Понятия не имею. Так, она просила какие-то травы ей набрать. А что за травы-то? Я так это разогнался. Какие травы-то ей нужны? Топор из озера. Да при чем здесь топор, сука, из озера? Травок по пути набрать. Вот уже моя новая подельница. Каких, сука, травок? Сука, я сейчас наберу крапивы.
Там справа пояснение.
Где там справа пояснение? Справа больше ничего нету. Где справа, сука? Вот все, что справа есть.
Ну не бери травы. Дай ей травы. И все.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
The Wolf of Skalitz.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I've got something here.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients for the magic ritual.
Я ей все травы хряпнул.
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
Я думаю, что он с ума сошел.
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like, but I'm mostly curious to see if Krazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Krazel's saltpeter, I won't keep you.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zenek in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zenek and all the other. So I'm glad the Millers finally found a normal hand for once. You've got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
He belonged to this girl I knew.
Surplus.
Teresa. She saved my life in my hometown, Skalitz, when I went to bury my parents.
Well, I'll be... That's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but...
He died.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. He stopped eating, but what's done is done. And what about you? What kind of
No. Pa was a blacksmith. I inherited something from him, I hope.
Oh, really? Would you teach me how to make, maybe, barrel hoops?
Those are pretty hard. Wouldn't you rather start with,
Sure. I'm pretty quick to learn. When Krazel starts spouting off his alchemy. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
I don't know what to say to that. I still don't know him all that well.
I understand. Best not to bite the hand that feeds you. Thanks for talking to me. But now, before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region are scraped clean and we're
The barrel isn't much.
But we did bloody thorough job. Unfortunately, Krazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Krazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
No, I don't.
Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave. The best natural saltpeter maker.
Krazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over.
God's mysterious ways. You know how...
And he also wanted me to taste it.
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses,
Пипец, блин.
do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a...
The local gravedigger?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the knacker.
Well, I haven't met him yet. Where can I find him?
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia Road.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun. And pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so... He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on... Lots of luck, the Wolf of Scarlets.
I'd like you to teach...
What are you interested in?
Ёб твою мать. Воровство. 500, сука. Так мне на мясо не хватит, блин. А, подожди, мне надо продать. Я ж продать могу. Так, воровство. Подожди, а воровство включает в себя...
Да не изучай.
Не изучает? Воровство включает в себя...
Это фигня все.
Подожди, включает в себя взлом замков или нет?
Да.
Да почему бы не изучить? Тогда мне проще будет замки.
All right, but it'll take some time.
Так, окей, дальше идем к мяснику. Хотя, нахрен мне лошадь? Ты откуда вылез? Конь, блин, педальный. А если я быстрое путешествие нажимаю? Я же пешком, получается, иду, да? Если я не на коне. А если я на коне, то я скачу, получается, да? Так, она сказала, что мясник скалится. Подожди, где? Куда? Да какой топор? Нахрен мне ваш топор, сука, уберите. Я не ставил это. Так, найти селитряную, зайти к могильщику. Вот могильщик. Вот мясник. Короче, мне сюда надо. Да достань ты уже.
You can shove that up your ass. Didn't see that coming, eh?
Что, обосрался? Половец, ты нормальный? Где этот упырь? О, так, ладно, сейчас подойду. Секунду.
can't go on like this.
I'm as hungry as a wolf.
Went to see him, but he threw me out.
And you're surprised?
But it was just a simple misunderstanding.
Bollocks, a misunderstanding. You made a fool of yourself, more like.
What am I supposed to do? Hi-yo.
Would you repair a few things for me? I'll have a look.
Maybe next time.
I'll have a look.
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Show me your way.
Thank you.
And a good day to you, friend.
Ave Maria.
Greetings to you.
What's new in the...
I was just visited by one. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
I've seen those. You talked...
That we found someone buried. I've been digging up bodies ever since that, and that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you.
What would you like?
What do you have for...
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Save your whistling for the cows, you lout.
Go! Ka! I'm Henry.
Ignatius. Master looking for a final resting place, or do you need to bury a dead...
I'm more interested in the grave...
once you try it, you'll never want to do nothing...
You got a big cemetery.
Ain't it? But being the gravedigger, I'll never have a place of my own here. They'll throw me by the wall like a dog and bury me without... But when I'm dead, I won't care. If it was up to me, I'd even... We're all equal before death and...
What's the story with the death?
The story?
But you said there's been a lot of people dying around here.
Well, it ain't usual for people to get offed by the cartload out.
I don't know.
That might be the reason that... Look, I'm not suggesting... If things keep up like this, I'll be out of work in no time.
Being a gravedigger...
Funny a young lad like you is so interested in grave digging.
Well, I'm only asking.
That figures. Youngsters these days wouldn't know hard work if it bit 'em on the arse.
Are you offering me a job?
No. I'm giving you a warning. You ain't...
And how do you know that?
You've got that look. I can spot it.
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for it, and that's that. A gravedigger needs passion. It's a service, a labour of love.
But serious.
Gravedigger, knacker, snorter's constant companion, and lover of colourful sunsets.
You've nearly got...
Well, I have been doing it for almost 40 years now.
That sounds appealing.
Not all that glitters is gold, lad. I pick up dead animals on the side of the road. That's the knacker's job. You could say I have a knack for it. That's why people say I'm unclean. If I had children, they wouldn't be allowed to marry anyone besides an executioner. It's so ingrained in folk. A fella takes care of things they wouldn't want to handle themselves. Can't even go to the tavern no more.
Have you been a gravedigger your whole life?
I did think I wanted to be a knacker in Yitchin, but some fool with friends in high places got the job. That really pissed me off, so I said, fuck it. Why might I want to dig graves for people who don't...
So you've always been here otherwise?
And what of it? Do you think I get bored here?
I'm not from these parts, and I've seen...
The same as where you come from, I reckon. They mark spots where the sins of man came to be.
That's an interesting way of...
Aye, like when a fella buries an axe in someone's head over something, or if the law sees to it that he regrets it. The sinner then has to erect a conciliation cross to mark the site of his evil deed.
Where does he get the cross from?
Where do you think? From me.
You're in charge of that too? Stone cutting?
I know how to cut a cross out of stone. And what of it? With the soft sandstone around here, it's child's play.
So they're all your work?
I wish. I've only sold 2 or 3 recently. Most of these here are right. You might find a few stories about them in the village chronicle. All I know is a young fella once jumped off the cliffs near...
Do you know any more stories?
Aye, I do, but I'm not telling...
Unfortunately, I had to...
My condolences.
Thank you.
Did you witness their deaths?
Unfortunately.
Oh, I understand that's never easy. But if you close their eyes and...
I dug their grave next to our smithy. We didn't have...
Well, that can't be avoided sometimes. Don't let it bother you. As long as you... I'm certain their souls went straight to heaven. You needn't...
Ignatius, I'm going to need your help.
Of course. How many are there? Where do you want to bury them? Shall we grind the teeth up, or do you want to take them away in your purse?
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpeter pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpeter pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. What's it supposed to be? A pit to hell?
Nah, it's actually just a pit full of carcasses. These white crystals form on the walls of it, and that's exactly what we're after.
Ah, now I get it. You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about Salty Peter? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. I have some collections from some Slatigo farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use At least one day I can take it a bit
You want me to help you with your grave-digging business?
Why not? You look like a strong fella.
I have a better idea. You tell me where I can find that pit, and I'll give you a nice piece of fresh meat for it.
I won't say no to that. Show me what you have. Oh, aye, fresh meat. What a feast that'll make. Now, listen closely. That pit of yours lies at the end of a long journey that we'll take together on my wagon.
So you got meat out of me for nothing?
When I see how much you lot in Lower Samina are interested in it, I'm not just going to hand it to you on a plate. But thanks for the meat, and don't worry about a thing. Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or later, everyone needs our services. And if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses themselves.
Of course. I understand. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see me with you. I wouldn't like to lose the honor I've earned as squire to a nobleman.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only strip you of your honor if you let them. So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early, at daybreak.
Let's get this over with then.
Didn't you understand me? We ain't going nowhere now. Like I said, be here at daybreak.
I understand.
Hail Mary.
I don't know if I'm completely ready for this, but let's get going.
The dew is still on the leaves. The roads are clear. You don't need your horse. I'll stable him here. It'll be heaven for him. In any case, heaven's always close here. Hop on the wagon and Snorter and Dragonfly here will take... Did I bring that stuff for Visor? Meat? Bane? Aesop? Got it all. Good. Come on, then. We've got a long journey ahead of us, so get yourself comfortable so your arse won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Samine, eh?
Well, you could say that. I help the miller with whatever I can. I got a place to sleep there. Soon I'll be able to call the miller uncle.
I remember Crazel when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Samine round these parts. Crazel don't sell short measure, not that. He looks out for his reputation. But his helpers have been seen often in the villages after dark, looking fishy. Or during the day, in the pillories. Don't that Bonnie of yours belong to that gang too?
Unfortunately, she does. Crazel ordered Bonnie and her accomplice Zinnek to scrape saltpeter off the walls of the sties. And when they had a chance to loiter about in the yards here in the region, well, they made good use of the opportunity to line their purses.
Ay, ay, ay. What have I gotten myself into in my twilight years? Lower Sameen's a thorn in the side for a lot of folk.
Доброй
Some on
ночи.
account of the
Хочу вам
competition.
предложить
Some
свою
is just
кандидатуру
rubbed
на
up the wrong way
должность
by that
пиар-менеджера.
Either way,
Напишите,
all
пожалуйста,
they need's the
после окончания
slightest
стрима
excuse
по
to grab
поводу
their
этого мне в
pitchforks,
Телеграме.
go and grab the
Константин
miller and
Табрави.
shove his face right in his own millstone. Lazy bones. Whoa, boys, whoa! Come on, come on! Are you deaf? Oh, they're acting stubborn again. Now listen, Henry. Here on the left side, you'll see the ruins of a cottage that's been abandoned for a few years.
I can't see a thing through those bushes.
You'll go and have a close look. Don't worry. I have a trap set inside the cottage. I wanted to lure a wolf into it, but that didn't work out. There's a deer rotting there unnecessarily. So hop in there and bring it to the wagon. Finally. At least we're not blocking the road too much.
Oh, Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
what you're on about, fella.
Two stinking bastards that was here sneaking around the stars a while ago. You put
This fella's with him.
Hey!
Sure. Look.
I want to talk to you. Drop it and get over here.
What's going on, Ignatius?
Ah, I'm trying to explain to these fellas we've got nothing to do with no thieving around here. They should go to Lower Samine to complain.
Two stinking pieces of shit was sneaking around our sties and cellars and lining their purses with silver too while they was at it. Some scruffy and dunger. You must be scruffy, eh?
I'm Henry, and those, names mean nothing to me.
Like I said, if it's rotten carrion they're after, they should have come to me. A passion for knacking is the only thing we have in common.
Is that so? So prove it then.
Ignatius is telling the truth. There are all sorts of types causing trouble in these parts. Not just from Lower Samine. Ignatius and I thank you for taking on the job of guarding the roads, making sure that honest, if somewhat grubby tradesmen stay safe.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So, thanks.
Really good work, lad. Well, time waits for no man. Let's all carry on with our duties, eh?
All right, listen. We'll be going then. But if you happen to run into them two thieves, you tell us right away. Got it?
Of course.
You can count on it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go, fellas. Maybe...
What now?
That's right. Maybe it was the one with that shape.
Not much left for us to do here, eh?
Hopefully our luck will hold out, and we'll only be breaking the limbs of carcasses today. The next farm's just up ahead. Hop on, and let's go. Here we go, daughter. Don't worry. That was just a kind of little favour for me. Now we'll help the locals here in Jda with their carcasses.
So far, I've just carried sacks. I already did that for the miller.
Yesterday, the good wife from that farm came and told me both their pigs died. So we'll scoop them up and haul them off. I mean, you'll scoop them up and haul them to my cart. She says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
And then Satan himself appeared in the sky. Happens all the time.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit. She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here through the forest on the right. Since we're here, you ought to go and take a look around there. Check how clear that spring really is.
All right. I'll see what's going on there.
And I'm going to enjoy having a helper. At least for one day. Maybe I'll roll around in the grass here with Snorter and Dragonfly. Lazy bones.
Those pigs came here to drink. Where to now? I can smell something upstream. Ew. Is this really worth it?
Where are we going to find 2 new pigs? More money out the window.
See, you could do it.
It really wasn't a curse. There are rotting carcasses in the water upstream from the watering spot. No wonder the pigs caught some disease.
Well, what do you know? I'll give you a hand. It'd take... See you later, my friend.
Pretty hefty, hey? They lived like royalty here.
Ugh. Jesus. This is disgusting.
Pretty hefty, hey? They lived like royalty here. Bloody hell. seems a waste of good meat.
Get over here so we can carry on.
I took care of the carcasses. We can drive on.
Nice work. There's even a bit of meat left for me.
Yeah, you'd eat that. They've been lying there God knows how long.
But nicely in the cold. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, you won't be eating it, so don't worry about it. Let's keep going. Seeing as how you don't obey me, you're surely horsing around today. So far it ain't that bad, eh? You don't have to take down no hanged man or bury an unbaptized child.
Well, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there. See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then, you've got to put down some creature, so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
Well, what can I do? But I doubt I'll feel good about it.
That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Vizar. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me. Lazy bones. Yeah! Yeah! Lazy.
I heard something.
Too right.
I hear Amber.
That's right.
What do you know about this?
Christ have mercy. God be with you. Vizar, my friend.
What do you want, Ignatius?
We were picking up some carcasses near Jdar, so I thought I'd stop by. How are you getting on?
Everyone's getting fucking nerves these days.
Changed then, eh? Glad to hear it. There's been bandits roaming these parts, but it seems quiet enough now.
Bandits? If anything did happen, Monarch would protect us.
God be with you.
I never trained or fed him
God
much.
be with
On
you.
purpose. So he'd stay fierce.
Sigismund himself came here to visit you in this fact.
What are you doing here?
Oh, Sakra! The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to? Barking? He's coming from over there.
What are you doing here, Henry?
Bonnie? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
The gravedigger wants me to poison that dog.
Jesus! And are you going to do it?
Well, what else can I do? You're the one who sent me to Ignatius. You just tactfully neglected to mention that when you and Zinnek were acting as his hands, you robbed half the houses in the county.
Shit. It's all gone sour.
This is all I have left to do before he takes me to the saltpeter pit.
And couldn't you find the pit without that? Just take a look at that poor creature. I'd like to keep him in place of my poor dead sniffer.
You surely know how to pick 'em. Your poor creature is terrorizing the whole area.
It's not the animal's fault. When Zinnek and I were here last, I saw how old Vysarik treats him. He doesn't give him food, he abuses him. With a master like that, he won't last long. You wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because its master is a sick horseman, would you?
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't stop you.
You're a much better Christian than I thought you were. I'll take him to the lair. We'll meet there.
Hurry off now, before someone sees us together.
Come on now, boy. You'll like it in the lair.
Oh, Sakra! The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to? barking. It's coming from over there.
Henry, how come you're here?
Bonnie?
What are you?
Now, first, tell me what you're doing here. And how...
He's no beast.
You mean steal him?
For him, it'll be I'll take care of him.
Bonnie... He's been paid to do it by the people who... It's the last thing I need to do before he shows me the pits.
It's not the Anna when Zenek and I were here last. He doesn't give... You wouldn't care.
What, you don't have to... Ever since... If you want to...
I'll take him to...
Hurry off.
Come on now, boy. It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Once more, then.
Al.
It's taken care of.
Taken care of? What do you mean?
I set the dog free. He didn't deserve to die.
For fuck's sake, didn't deserve to die? We were supposed to get rid of him, 'cause that's just what he deserves.
Bonnie from the mill came and took the dog before we got to him.
Well, fuck me. How much more is that girl going to steal before she has enough?
Oh, she'll take better care of him than Baysar did. All he needs is to be fed properly, and he won't be dangerous anymore.
I surely fucking hope not. Because if he runs off and ravages something or someone again, then we didn't help at all. Let's go before we start looking suspicious.
So this is it. This is the pit.
Slowly, boy, slowly. Have a bit of respect. Death always deserves respect, whether it's people or animals.
But there's hardly 3 heaps here. Is this really it? Are you yanking my pizzle again?
Of course not. True, it used to be one big pit. But then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more nitre you'll have. Are you going to take some right away?
I won't. The miller will probably send some people here.
Well, they'd better not dig it all up. That'd disturb the natural balance, see? And soon they'll find out there's no place to find saltpeter.
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable. I'll still have to taste it.
You're going to taste it?
It's the only way I can be certain it really is saltpeter.
God's nails. And they say I'm disgusting. Wait a moment. I've got a reward for you. Just so's you don't think old Ignatius and his even old... Take it as a thanks for your help. Maybe you'll take over my...
Who knows? Maybe that'll really be my fate. I'll live at the cemetery, build piles of carcasses, and eat bread with saltpeter.
Here's something that'll definitely come in handy if you ever need to go through all this again. Either with me or...
Thanks.
Taste it then. Get to it. This I have got to see. You didn't have to make such a feast of it.
Look at me. I'm a Lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers. Cold and salty. This must be it. If you're going back to your cottage, I'd like to take a ride with you.
Of course. But in return, you have to help me get all this lot buried, So there's some more saltpeter in the making.
Greetings to you.
What?
Are you a blacksmith?
And you? Gentleman's manservant, I reckon.
You deserve a clobbering for how poor a judge of people you are.
Be my guest. I'm Yira. Hard as nails and happy to flatten...
Glad to hear that. From one blacksmith to another.
Oh, sorry, brother. I didn't take you for someone who could swing a hammer.
I love smithying, but I have a lord I must serve. What are you doing here? Where's your anvil?
Our forge has gone undone for. And these folk are...
So war, eh? It's a shitty thing.
Aye, well, that's just the way it is. I could do with a bit of coin right now.
All right, let's wrestle.
Great. I wouldn't be so cocky, and because I'm so...
Definitely.
Let's do this. Ah. Sakura, you were good. Not even old Larcher's moves were any use.
You put up a decent fight, Yira.
What are you doing, you whistler? Praise God.
Good day to you.
I found the place where we can harvest saltpeter. You just head out of Troskovitz towards Apollonia, carry on alongside the road, then head off it at the right spot. Only it's not a pit, it's 3 piles of earth. The gravedigger Ignatius drove me there himself.
And is it the real stuff? Did you taste it?
Yeah. And I hope I never have to do that again. Ugh. I think the experience has changed me forever.
Oh, come on. You whine more than Zinnik. It's just commonplace salt. I was hoping it'd be closer. To go all the way to Apollonia. If I send 2 wagons, that should be enough.
What should I do?
That means I could mix a barrel and a half.
Crazul, focus. What else do you need from me?
Oh, sorry. What were you asking? About a reward? It's right here.
Thanks. How's it going with the golem?
Well, The whole thing is really appealing to a scholar of my field of interest. Certain circumstances have emerged, which...
Wait, what do you mean?
Not for now.
What about all the niter? The life essence?
I admitted to myself it's maybe too much to take.
So, the search for...
Not at all. The salt pit, the origin, chaos.
God.
As alchemical scholars, we act to penetrate the diaphanum and find out where it gets its disposition and power from. Oh,
hey?
I'll explain it to you.
What's the next task then?
From behind the closed gates of Trotsky come quiet whispers. Do you hear it too?
No.
Scribe Erezine received a trunk from Prague.
The document of her...
No, a book. And from an author more... It's thin, with a sand-colored cover. You might say it's kind of an...
So I'm gonna have to pick some locks again, eh? And in the castle mode, I'd like to know how I'm supposed to get in there.
For some, the gates of Trotsky may appear to be closed, but why try to force your way in?
What person?
Hold on. We've got the Samine wedding. I can't wait to try out my new potion against drunkenness. What about you?
Certainly. It's wired. I hope your promise still stands.
Of course it does. Well, start by quickly finding some decent clothes. You look like a vagabond in what you're wearing now. St. Paul.
So you'll really get me into that wedding?
No, you're not. But before you start celebrating, or to be more exact, me as a friend and host, and you as a bodyguard, loyal servant.
It'll be some female, right?
Correct. A true lady will come to the wedding with us. Radiant as them all will be stunned by her beauty. And she'll be our lockpick that will find the weak spot in the... All it'll take is a little push. And...
What weak spot?
The castle's weak spot is Chamberlain Ulrich, because he himself, of all the single damsels at the wedding, ours will be the most charming. Noble or not, he's a mortal man, and he'll start to think with his male member. We will watch as he becomes feverish. Soon, he'll be begging to take our companion to Trotsky. He'll pretend his motives are pure, and when the Chamberlain becomes insistent, you, naturally, you'll say you won't leave her side so you can defend her. Once in Trotsky, Ulrich will do everything to get you to...
I can hardly believe that you, of all people, would come up with such a straightforward plan.
Well, it's not all that straightforward. I admit there's a certain element here. First, we have to find our gracious lady.
What?
Look, she doesn't have to be a lady per se. We'll get her a nice dress, some perfume. She doesn't even have to speak.
Could Bonnie do it?
She could. The only hitch is everyone and his dog knows her. Nobody with any sense would let her into the Samine wedding.
So a village girl will do?
I doubt an ordinary village girl. You can find lots of capable girls at the Zhelyov baths. It's true, Dorothy can be a bit unpleasant, but...
Dorothy owns the bathhouse?
Aye. Next to the... You'll tell her I'm offering enough groschen to buy 2 cows or a small cottage. That should...
All right.
You're a talented, likable youngster. And don't forget, you're going to need... So, stop off at Troskowitz as well, and get her a nice brocade dress, and some long-lasting perfume. Mintha would be ideal.
Where can I find...
Where do you think? Bartoszek has...
Why that dress?
Because red is the color of love, and Ulrich won't know. The dress is likely to be pretty...
Where can I find...
Emmerich the apothecary might have something. They say he makes some perfume, or ask Betty the innkeeper. She may be a god-awful battle axe. Or get hold of the recipe and make your own Mintha. As an alchemy apprentice, you should be able to...
I'll be going then.
Once you've got everything ready for the wedding, we'll meet there. I'll let our lady in on some other details of... Anyway, you'll be rehearsing your speech to...
Getting quite tired.